Hello and welcome. It's Intuition Tuesday, September 17th, 2024. I'm Maureen Frank, the Mandala Lady. And as part of Intuition Tuesday, I pull three cards. I show the backs of the cards and I let your intuition pick the card that you want the insight and guidance from. And even though you may be watching this after the 17th, it's okay. You're seeing it when you need to see it, and it still applies. So the date is irrelevant. It's just I wanted to note what the date was that I recorded this. Okay, so let's get started. This underneath here. Okay. All right, we're using the fire deck today. Oops, sorry, hit the microphone. Oh yes, sorry, fire deck. Okay, so let's start by getting grounded. Take a couple of deep breaths. Relax the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, the eyeballs, the forehead. Plant your feet solidly on the ground if you can. And we're setting intention to receive insight and guidance that's in our best interest to receive today, and we're allowing our intuition to pick the card that has that insight. I can stop. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So here's card number 1. I'm playing along too. Okay. Here's card number 2. I don't do reversals with my cards. And here's card number 3. All right, let me do that again. So card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So which one is your intuition pulling you towards? I'm being pulled towards card number 2. So we'll start with card number 1. Okay, so for those of you who pick card number 1, it's called In Our Hands, and that's planet Earth, and there's a hand behind it. And the message for that one almost seems obvious, but we'll get it exactly as I wrote it here. Okay, it's in our hands. So everything about, well, let's see. So for all of us, regardless of whether you chose this card or not, our lives are in our hands. It may seem at times that things are out of our control, but even in those situations where things are out of our control, we still have control over how we react and interact. So for those of you who picked card number 1, for you, this is extra. It's an extra dose of being reminded that whatever situation you're in right now, where you possibly feel like you're a victim, like something's being done to you, um, find a way to change your perspective so that you take your power back. And one of the ways that I had a holistic functional medicine person give me a mantra years ago called "I choose power, I choose power," and by that meaning our internal power, our true inner source of power. And I have find that when I use that mantra, it puts me in observer mode so that I can detach from whether something is good or bad. I can just observe it. And from that space, I'm more open to receiving or understanding what's the next step to take, but taking your power back. Okay, they want me to share the story. So, for instance, I had a job that at one point I dreaded going in to work, and I just would bitch and moan about it. Oh, I hate this job. I hate this job. And so I had a higher ranking coworker, I was talking to her one day, and she said that um, you come from a place of choosing. So when you wake up in the morning, you have a choice. You can go to work or not go to work. And just know that you have to take responsibility for your choices. And just that simple mindset change of I choose. So today I choose to go to work. What that does is that I made the choice. I'm not being a victim here. And what happened for me is that not too long after that, my job changed and it was a much better job. Um, so things are in your hands. You have control, at some level of control. I choose power. Okay. I mean, that works for all of us, but for number one choosers, this is extra important for you today. All right. So those of us pick card number two, uh, humble, 20, and that's number 24. Where's that card? 24. Stand still in confidence. Hmm. Stand still in confidence. Sorry, I'm absorbing it. Hold on just a second. Yeah, too often when we think of when at least when I think of humble, I think of being lesser than. Like I said, this is my interpretation, or I tend to go to humble being that lesser than, be quiet, be in the background, don't brag, don't talk about your accomplishments or anything like that. But in this case, this kind of humble. Oh, and so that has a very demeaning or lowering of self-esteem. But this meaning of being humble to stand in confidence is knowing that there's nothing I need to say to justify my existence, what I do. I have just as much right to be here as anyone else, and to stand here humble in confidence. And I almost feel like, does it say that, or am I just hearing that? Yeah, still inside. Yeah, I'm almost feeling like being quiet. That I don't have to brag about, because I know I am good at what I do. And I'm saying this I in general for all of us, that I stand still in confidence. I am confident that I have, oh, I'm having trouble saying this, self worth. I am worthy. I'm confident. So I don't have to justify myself. I don't have to justify my existence. I don't have to defend my existence. Just stand in humbleness that I am here. So I'm feeling like we need to tap into that inner core and just allow our mere presence to be enough to stand in confidence. I have seen this said and heard that um, if you're in a position where you're about to do something and you're really nervous about it, one way to get confidence is to physically stand like Superman or Wonder Woman, hands on the hip kind of thing, and you just stand there for a minute or two, chest up, shoulders up, and just stand in that confidence, and then go about whatever it is you're about to do. So today, yeah, I'm going to use that today for something I'm doing later. Okay, onward. Those you picked a number three, Jewel. Sorry, I get the glare off of there. It's number 58. Uh, the gifts you offer are jewels. So you're needing to be reminded that your gifts, your skills, your talents are of value. You are of value, but what you have to offer has value. So if you've had any qualms or nervousness or feeling like maybe even like, what's the point of doing this? Just know that it has value. If it feels of value to you, if it what you're doing or what you're offering gives you joy, it lifts your heart, makes your heart sing, it has value. If you're finding that you're not finding people who agree with that, expand your circle. You might, it just, you haven't met your people yet. That's all. But if you are connected and feel in your heart of hearts that what you're offering, your gifts, your talent is of value to you and it makes your heart sing to do and brings you joy, then keep doing that. And um, your people will show up. Okay. All right. Anything to add to any of those? No. Okay. So I hope you found that helpful or at least fun. Till next time, take care. Bye bye.